about Clive Evatt, Casey? He was a personal injuries barrister.
Very much so. Although, no, that's unfair to in a way. He did a lot of defamation work too. And I had a few briefs with him. He led me in defamation actions. And he relished those type of cases.
Yes, a bit of a showman, I understand.
Oh, absolutely. He was a real actor. There's no doubt about that. But he did it quite successfully. He had a great sort of mannerisms, pause and effect, sharp comment. And
Was his style a little resented by his opponents?
I think so. I think they thought he might be pulling some rabbits out of the hat here and there and perhaps being a little unfair, but he enjoyed the thrust, particularly with the judge and before juries, because one of his primary objects was, I always thought, was to get himself offside with the judge so that he would get the sympathy of the jury.
He sounds a little bit like Frank Galbally, and Frank was known for a very theatrical style which used to really arouse the ire of the judges, apparently.
Yes, yes.
And the opponents. And there was a story down here about how he was giving an address to the jury and he timed it in such a way that the sun came out at a particular point in his summing up of the case, and the judge grumbled that he'd done that deliberately. And I wondered if that was a little bit like Clive Evatt.
I think that's probably right. He and some of the judges used to have real confrontations. With Sir John Clancy and Russell Brett and some of those. But I think they enjoyed the thrust as well. The judges, I mean, yeah.
Probably livened up the days a bit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the bar abounds with stories of Clive's confrontations with the judges.
You go on?
No, he was very, very what I put it this way, very successful. I don't know how he managed it, but he would sometimes have 2 and 3 briefs in one day, and all jury cases, of course. And the occasion when I was his junior, I always prepared the case the way I wanted to fight it, because I never knew which way Clive was going to present the case. And so at any stage, you'd be left to open the case or lead witnesses.
And what did he sometimes go in a different direction to the way you suggested?
Well, he would sometimes come back, and I know not in my case, but one particular counsel, he was left to do this, and he sat down at the bar table, and the junior counsel was conducting the case, and I think old Clive wanted to take over then, and rather, I thought disloyally in a way, he said, "Your Honour, is my junior making any points?"
Oh, that's a bit mean.
Yeah, and the judge said, "Quite enough, Mr. Evatt." And I thought that was rather demeaning for his junior counsel. He deserted him and then wanted to always criticise him how he was conducting the case. But
it sounds as though Clive wasn't exactly a team player.
But maybe I don't know. He was an individualist, and he didn't seem to have any real rapport with other seniors. He was a bit of a loner in many ways, successfully at the bar, and.
Was that common, did you find, in those days with senior counsel, or was he a bit of an exception to that rule?
I think, as you said earlier, it was a collegiate bar, and he didn't seem to fit in all the time because he was a minister of the Crown too for some years, been a minister for child welfare, minister, I think also Minister of Education. So he sort of was trying to conduct a case sometimes as a member of Parliament, but not much as a very little, I think, as a minister.